Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another One Piece chapter review. And to be honest, I think this may just be one of the best chapters in One Piece that I have ever read. Possibly even on the same level of Sun God, Gear 5 Luffy. This chapter was incredible, but before we get into that, I'd quickly like to talk about the cover for this chapter. You get to see a very cute picture of Chopper eating Zeus. Probably shouldn't be so happy about Chopper eating Zeus, but he's a little cloud. It's quite cute. I like it. But in the little thing we see Prometheus, I believe it is, looking down on them. That's nice. There's a rainbow in the background. Aw. Any cover chapter with Chopper in it is instantly it just sells it to me. It's just Chopper. What can you hate? So Chopper confusing Zeus for cotton candy and nearly eating him. It's beautiful. What's not to like? It's adorable. But let's actually get into the actual chapter because this chapter goes insane. First of all, the first panel we see is the fact that T-Bone has been killed. Vice Admiral T-Bone, a true hero, a true man among men. He was a savior. He he was so good. He valued his men's life above his own. He gave he gave everything to be a Marine. Unironically though, I love T-Bone. He's a great character. I'm sad he's dead. He was killed by someone trying to get money for their family off of Cross Guild. Now, obviously, we know what Cross Guild is, and this chapter does go heavily into Cross Guild. I was actually surprised by the length of this chapter because this chapter is about 20 pages long, and every chapter is not that long, a little bit shorter, but this one was also pretty dense, and this dropped some heavy info, especially on Cross Guild. And am I complaining? No. Cross Guild is one of the hypest things going on in One Piece right now, and I'm so interested to see where they go with it. And the fact that they've just put it in, like we've just had a chapter solely focused on Cross Guild. We also get to see in this chapter what Mihawk and Crocodile's goals are for Cross Guild. However, this chapter will flip those on their head. But no, let's actually look at what's going on. So we see a discussion between Sengoku and the old granny lady. Can I call her by her real name? Yes. Am I going to? No. It's old granny lady. You know what? Of course, I should be more inclusive. Old granny lady and old man lady. That's what we're gonna be calling old grandpa man. Yeah, that's more fitting. We're gonna start calling Sengoku old grandpa man because unlike Garp, he didn't have the glow up past his good old days. Garp kind of went old and then still acted sick as all hell. Sengoku, he just became Garp, all the lazy parts of Garp. At least that's what I've seen so far. I'm looking forward to see Sengoku does. But aside from that, but then we cut to well, before we cut though, we do see the fact that Sengoku and old granny lady realize that Garp has kind of ran off to Pirate Island. Not so good because it's Pirate Island, but it's fine. And then we cut to Cross Guild. We see the person who killed T-Bone. He finds out that the money had been sent to his family. I don't know whether this is true or not because the name the name of the island that Cross Guild is on is quite literally called Empty Bluffs. I am not joking. I am not shitting you. It is called Empty Bluffs. And I worry for this poor old man because now he's a part of like Buggy's crew, and hell, he may have just killed a vice admiral for money for his family, even though it may not even have gotten to his family. And in that case, I feel very bad for this old man because he seems like a sweet old man who just wants to provide for his family, who are obviously quite poverty stricken. And the thing is, there is no way that this guy actually fought T-Bone. You don't just get to be a vice admiral by sheer luck. If you were a vice admiral, you couldn't just be beaten by some poor, poverty-stricken old man. There's no chance. So my thoughts are that T-Bone let this guy kill him because T-Bone, we've seen him in multiple, well, maybe not multiple, maybe just one occasion, but it was a very good occasion. That he's obviously a very caring Marine, prioritizes justice. So it could be possible that T-Bone just let this guy kill him on the like condition that he gave the money to his family, which I'm sure the old man was going to do anyways. Because I just don't see any way that this old man could have killed T-Bone. Maybe he gave information to Crossguild and then they could go kill him. I just don't see any other way that this old man would kill T-Bone. It just doesn't add up. But no, we do see Buggy calling him a champion. But, you know, something better happens next. We get to see the cut to Buggy's new ship, the ship of Crossguild. I love this ship, and I don't think I've got the words to describe how much I love this ship and the impact it has on the future events that Buggy will be taking place in. It all started with a poster, and then it went to a ship, and now it's ending with the One Piece. You're probably wondering, what do I mean? So Buggy gets a ship made for him by like, you know, a good few shipwrights, some pretty talented ones. They made the figurehead of the ship just Buggy's head. So obviously, you know, we've had confrontation about this before. Mihawk and Crocodile beat the ever-living daylights out of Buggy for being seen as like the big representative of Crossguild, the leader, and gets referred to as chairman. And they're gonna do it again, but this time it's gonna be worse. They take Buggy, they cut his head off, beat the crap out of him, and then hang him off a fish hook. At this point, I don't really see what Buggy has to lose. I feel a little bad for Buggy. I never thought I'd say that, but you know, I do feel a little bad for him. He is being tortured right now by his allies that he never really had a choice in. But you know, Buggy has one last move to play, and this move might very well change the course of One Piece as a whole for the rest of the series going onwards. And you know, my last video, like a big overall discussion on where One Piece is going in its final saga, I looked through all of the information that had currently been happening in the final arc. I looked at every single last thing, and who'd have thought the big moment would happen the next chapter? Bro, you can't do that to me. That's not fair. That's out of line. That's taking it too far. But no, Buggy has one last move. What's it gonna be? Maybe he sweet talks them and was like, oh, I've got an idea. But no, he does something else. But before I talk about that, Mihawk and Crocodile, their actual goals are revealed, and their goal was to make a Crossguild by scaring the Navy, make them into a sort of government with a military, sort of like what Blackbeard is trying to do. A few minor differences, I'd say, but they're trying to make it into like a military that would even be able to oppose the world government. You know, it's an organization brought together by fear and well, greed, and they could probably do that because obviously this whole idea is very attractive to a lot of people. Putting bounties on the heads of Marines, though a lot of people wouldn't be able to handle them, it allows people like pirates who wouldn't usually be able to take the rewards for a bounty to actually get rewards from a bounty because they can go after Marines instead of pirates. It offers a way of pirates getting money off of somehow, like this old man who killed T-Bone, you know, he gets money as well. I think that is an interesting idea they have, but like again, I'm not sure why. Why do they want this? It's like, why did Blackbeard want to make Pirate Island like an official country recognized by the world government? Because surely Blackbeard wants to be Pirate King, like most of the emperors do. Like Shanks is going after the One Piece, whether he wants to be Pirate King or not. That I still haven't decided. I'm still not sure entirely what Shanks wants, but you know, we'll figure that out when it comes to it. But with like Blackbeard, it's unsure. Luffy, we know, obviously wants to be Pirate King. Buggy, well, after this chapter. But no, I do question the idea behind that, why they want that. Maybe Crocodile and Mihawk have given up on their ambitions of being like the Pirate King or something, and they just want to like settle down with a military or something. But Buggy's gonna stomp that out. See, Buggy's got an idea. He wants to be the Pirate King, and they're gonna go after the One Piece. They're gonna go after wealth, fame, and power, and hell, they may even achieve it. Like, they are cross-skilled. Buggy, in himself, may not be a very powerful emperor. That's true. It's factual. No one can deny it. But then you've got Mihawk, who is quite powerful. You know, like we've never seen a commander quite like Mihawk, because Mihawk in himself is somebody who can literally go up against every other emperor. Hell, he may have even be able to hold his own against like the likes of Whitebeard and Kaido and Big Mom. Hell, he may have even won. Like, he's got a higher bounty than Luffy at the moment, I'm pretty sure. And if that is in fact the case, I can never remember if it is, but I'm pretty sure he has a higher bounty than Luffy. And if he does, well, that may explain something. Maybe if he went into a brawl with Kaido, he would win. It's hard to say, but it's possible. But no, Puggy's announced this. Crocodile and Mihawk aren't all for the idea, but Puggy's Puggy's kind of played them for fools. Buggy has a transponder snail next to him that's playing his voice to the entirety of Cross Guild. And as we know, Cross Guild kind of see everything Buggy does as, well, gospel. They see him as a deity. So if he says we're going for the One Piece, I guess that's what we're doing. So all of these people come together to cheer for their great chairman, Buggy, and prepare to go for the One Piece. Mihawk and Crocodile are, well, safe to say, pretty angry. At first they thought it may be a joke, but, you know, it's okay. Who knows? And that's the end of Cross Guild for now. That's all we're seeing of Cross Guild for now. But I'm so excited to see what happens next with them, because damn does it get good. I am so unbelievably hyped to see what happens, because they're going for the One Piece. All of the emperors now are going for the One Piece. Obviously, Blackbeard hasn't confirmed that he is, I don't think, but I'm pretty sure he is. Like, yeah, what else would he be going for? You know, like I get he's got like this other goal of like making Pirate Island a country in the eyes of the world government, but like, surely he can have two goals, right? I don't know. But anyways, let's get on to the end of this chapter, which is actually taking a look at the revolutionaries and Sabo's triumphant return. But before we see that, we see some of the vice captains in the, well, revolutionary army. And I'm going to try and not pronounce their names, actually. I was going to say I'm going to try and pronounce them, but I'm not going to bother. You could just see them on screen, because I do not want to make a fool out of myself. I'm not gonna try and pronounce them, because I'm 99% sure I'll get them wrong. But we see the vice captains. If I had to guess, I'd say they're like the satellites of the Revolutionary Army. To me, they all seem like just like tech buffs or something. At least that's how it seemed to me. Like, hell, one of them's got a robotic arm. Not to mention they're all wearing like goggles and like, I don't know. One of them reminded me of one of Sanji's brothers. Although I was really surprised when I started panning down the screen, because I'm reading this on Viz. I'm reading this on the Shonen Jump on Viz, and I was panning down the screen, and I was expecting, for some reason, I was expecting this guy to be like, I don't know, one of those characters who's got like a huge head, maybe like Pythagoras or something. He's got a huge head, but when it comes to his body, it's tiny. I panned down and it kept going, and I was like, which is a bit concerning, that I'm now surprised when I see a normal body size, because that's just what One Piece does to you. I was like, I was expecting to see some like flippin' Humpty Dumpty-esque flippin' shape. Hell, Humpty Dumpty was sitting next to him. You can't tell me that ain't Humpty Dumpty with a flippin' Whitebeard stash. Like, these guys are especially well designed. And this guy, I was gonna try and guess what animal he is. At the moment, I'm edging towards a bull or a cow. Either way, it's just a male or female cow. But to be honest, I'm not sure, because I ain't never seen a cow or a bull that looks like this. But the only thing that he's got that makes him look like a bull or a cow is the horns, and that's about it. I don't know what he is. I'm not going to question it because it's One Piece. When it comes to character designs, anyone can be just about anything. But they're sat there making bets about what the ship coming into the Kamabaka Kingdom is, whether it's an enemy ship or Sabo's on board. They bet quite a quite a large wager. We put $1 million on Sabo's return. Obviously, you can get quite a lot in the One Piece world, but $1 million is still something for a wager. But but alas, it was Sabo's return. Everybody thought at first, oh, Sabo's going to be executed. No, he didn't. And then everybody was sort of, oh, Sabo's just dead now. No, he wasn't. And I do find this quite interesting, actually. I was watching a Grand Line review video. Grand Line review, very great channel, much better than my own. I definitely recommend you go watching him. But I was watching his video, and he said about like the chapter when we saw Sabo get like absolutely beamed. I do actually realize, yeah, looking back on it, Sabo saw the light coming. We like everybody else. They looked up and saw the light. Sabo, however, he had it shining on the side of his face, and Oda, I think, is incredible at doing perspective like that because it really does go to show Sabo was never going to be hit with that beam, even then. But like it's minor details like that we don't even begin to pick up on. Because who's gonna pick up on that? Who the hell is going to pick up on that? Like literally the way the light shines on someone. That was incredible. Incredible foreshadow for Sabo surviving. But then what do we expect? Like Oda has been doing foreshadowing for this long. At this point, it's just to be expected. But no, I was incredibly impressed by that from Grand Line Review. I would never have even begin to think of it on my own. So, yeah, I was very impressed by that. Oda has proved himself yet again to be a master of storytelling by doing stuff like that. But, Sabo returns from Lulusia. We were surprised, honestly. I was a little surprised that a lot of people from Lulusia actually lived. Thankfully, they didn't shoot Sabo because they were very much prepared to. But Bello Betty, she gets all the Lulusia gang together and she says she's gonna get them to have some rest, and then they can all join the Revolutionary Army. They all wanted to join up, so she'll let them, but they need rest. Like after your country just gets literally disappeared by a giant laser, I'd say you need some rest. I think that's pretty understandable. But they're all gonna get some rest, and that's very good. I'm very happy that they're all gonna get some rest. But I find it. I am so hyped that we finally see Sabo return from Marie-Joie. Obviously, he left Marie-Joie a while ago, but now he's finally spreading the information properly. Like he did sort of like tease it to them, like, yeah, somebody was sitting on the Pangea throne. Don't know how they were doing that, but he kind of teased it to them, but he never really got the chance to tell him what really happened. And now he's going to be able to do that. But we also get an idea of what Kuma's happening. It seems that, yeah, he isn't actually heading to Bonnie. He is actually heading straight to Marie-Joie. He must have like some sort of program installed to always ensure that he goes back there. At least that's what they believe. So, I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. To be honest, I have no clue. But maybe it's just Oda throwing in a curveball, and then next chapter Kuma's just going to be killing a celestial dragon. Hell, I don't know. But then we get to end off the chapter with Sabo stating, "I'll tell you everything that actually happened in Secret Marie-Joie." That is the end of the chapter. This is one of the best chapters I've read, and and everybody's been saying Oda has been writing peak every chapter since the final arc has began. Final saga. And when he makes stuff like this, I'm inclined to believe him. Any chapter that has flippin' just Oh, cross scaled. It's so cool. It's so funny to see the dynamic between Mihawk, Crocodile, and Buggy. Obviously, Mihawk, a very skilled person, very quiet guy. Crocodile, business ethics, and Buggy, the goofiest ass guy you've ever seen. He's so funny. I'm so sorry, Buggy. You had to be held up on a fishhook, but it'll be okay. But yeah, that is the end of this chapter. I'm very much looking forward to where it goes. Whether we'll get a lead up to this next chapter, although I'm feeling like next chapter we're probably going to be going back to Egghead because we haven't been to Egghead in maybe a month now. And, I think Oda has to put Egghead to rest. Egghead, it's coming to an end. Hell, I don't know. Maybe we'll visit some other people in the next chapter. Maybe we'll cut back to Boa Hancock. I wouldn't be all too sad about that because I do love Boa Hancock as a character. Although I don't know what they would do with her. But I don't mind really. Overall, great chapter as usual. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below. And yeah, bye.